Keefer, reporting for Kids First, reviewing Forgotten 4. Or shall I say, unforgettable. This film literally tackles the history of the first 4 African-American pro football players during the time of segregation. Most of you know the story of Jackie Robinson, the first African-American baseball player on an all-white team. However, I bet you don't know the stories of Woody Strode, Kenny Washington, Marilyn Motley, and Bill Willis, the first African-American pro football players. Now, Branch Rickey, the man who signed Jackie to the major leagues, once said to Marilyn Motley, "Had I not had the experience of seeing you and Bill Willis play in a contact sport without incident, I might have not have the courage to bring Jackie up into the majors." This proves how big of an impact these 4 brought into history, and I thank this film for bringing this information to an audience. I adore this film for showing that football isn't just men running back and forth tackling each other. It's a philosophy for the people who are good at it. People like Kenny Washington and Marilyn Motley went through hard times. This is during the time of a segregated society. Blacks and whites were separated. They couldn't even drink out of the same fountain. Now, I know most of you are thinking, I already know this. But I give regards to this film for opening up with this information because it makes these stories even more remarkable. This film not only recognizes the players, but Paul Brown, coach of the Cleveland Browns, the man who brought these 4 together in the first place. I admire this man so much, not only for his teaching skills and his determination, but his desire to win with the best players, no matter what their skin color is. And that belief was unthinkable, and yet courageous. That's why he's my favorite person in this whole entire film. My favorite part has to be when Jim Hardy, one of the white players of the Los Angeles Rams, talks about the abuse Kenny Washington went through. This is during a game when a player, and I quote, knocked down Kenny flatter than a mackerel. After the game, they lost. And Jim is talking to Kenny how much that was the best game he's ever seen anyone play. And Kenny, with water in his eyes, he's obviously hurt, says to Jim, and I quote, "Jim, it's hell to be black." And that's realization still tears my heart apart. And that's why the moral of this documentary dates back to the Declaration of Independence itself. All men are created equal. These men were great at what they did, but because of their skin color, they were rejected. That tarnishes everything this country stands for. If you're good at what you do, you deserve an equal chance to do what you love. I give this 5 out of 5 stars and recommend this 12 to 18-year-olds because there is some images and language that kids may not be able to handle. But I feel like kids should watch this because they need to recognize these 4 men who opened the door to a brighter world. I'm Keefer reporting for Kids First, and go!